Hello, hello, welcome back to Leaky Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Mod Monday. 10 mods and one very controversial map. Pasha Frollo 1990 Bauxite Mine. Bauxite Mine, open pit mining for bauxite, large scale industry, 120 jobs. The number of special equipment, 6 units. Parking for cars, 1. Conveyor connections, 7. In the folder, following folder, with a mod where the folder with texture and without an inscription, on the arc you can make any name. The borders of the inscription on the arc are marked with black lines. If you like the arc, you can use it completely freely for your own mods, or make it just an arc with an entrance or exit. Everything is attached to the folder. So what is explained here in the end is the arc here, which reads Boksitovi Rudnik. Okay, that's my really bad Russian, but I'm hoping that it's Russian, but that will be what's written there. Right, so this is a bauxite mine on steroids. This is something that we need because bauxite mine that we have are quite small, and you need several of them to make it work. Now, this is literally the bauxite mine on steroids because it has conveyor connections. You can transport all the stuff that you need in seconds. Let me show you what I mean. Right, so this is with normal speed. This is normal speed, 6 machines connected with an engine to a storage area. Now this is amazing. Let me see if we can get how much. 600 tons of raw bauxite are mining with only one person working there. 6 machines though. So yeah, this is literally, if you need your aluminium industry or aluminum industry boosted, this is what you need. Continuing on, Mr. Gorbachev with Panel House Complex. A complex of panel houses similar buildings were built in the town of Dolgoprudny near Moscow. Pack includes 5 types of buildings, 23, 19, 15, 11 and 7 stories high, and they are for 368, 304, 240, 176 and 112 workers respectively. The project was created through the standard building editor using prefab panels, elements, textures from 3 Division. Okay, they're cute, they're amazing, they're slim and tall, I love it. This is something that can fit, like, I wouldn't say anywhere, but can fit definitely on a small area, and this is something I'm going to be using in my own gameplays. You have all the description and the link to the mod in the description of the video, so check it out. Auto Mechanic by Mr. Novo. Essentially a tiny car factory, just a few guys working out in the back of an auto parts store. Can put together a couple of cars per month, compatible with mixed-use mods, employs 12 workers and 3 engineers located under production line in the mods menu. Right, so I put it as to a test, and I can tell you that yeah, this is definitely not ideal. You can see all the little parts in there, you can see all the steel we imported. I imported a little bit of steel here, I can do a little bit better than this. There we go. So yeah, so this is for all of you guys who want to play Cosmonaut mode and whatnot. If you want to start producing your vehicles quite early, this is how you can do it. Unfortunately, I started creating this dumper truck over here, and as you can see, it requires, I have 3 out of 3 engineers, and even if you have 12 out of 12 workers, this dumper truck requires almost 1,500 work days, and there's maximum 15 people working in the shop. This is going to take over 100 days to construct one of these trucks, and that's working with 100% productivity. So something big like this probably is not best choice for you to create, but if you want to create something smaller, so for example, if we go for private cars, passenger, here we go, personal cars, and we go for something small, let's go with Maluch. There we go, and I will go and select this one to be created. There we go. Unfortunately, this one requires... No, here we go. This one requires 42 days to create. Let's see how fast they're gonna do it. And here we go, and we have our first car created. Now, where is it parked? Can we see it? Unfortunately, it doesn't appear so. It's probably somewhere in behind. Come on, Mr. Car. Okay, we can probably just select it here and Yes, that's our first car created. Unfortunately, it's not the most expensive and the biggest thing we can make as a project, but it took us more or less, I would say, 10 days, 12 days, 10 to 15 days with variable percentage of production. So yeah, it's definitely something that you would want to have early in the game if you want to start creating your own vehicles. Definitely something to have. Mr. Pasha Frollo, 1990, The Quarry. The Quarry extraction of stone, large-scale industry, 120 jobs, the number of special equipment, 6 units, parking for 1 car, connection 7, and also you can change the sign like in previous one, you can read about it in description. And this is the same thing as a bauxite mine, it's a high-end, large-scale quarried stone production. Problem. The vanilla and most of the quarried stones, the crushers, stone crushers, don't have conveyor belt going in. This is really good for loading it, so you're gonna have to find modded quarry that crushes the stone, quarried stone into the gravel that you need for construction, so heads up on that. But if you need enormous amounts of quarried stone, this is the way to go. Mr. Rob's 074 Electrical Component Factory. Electrical Component Factory based on a real building in Lublin, Poland. Employs 200 people, requires 2 tons of plastic, 2 tons of steel and 1.6 tons of chemicals, and produces 5 tons of electrical components per day when fully staffed. And there's the description in Polish as well. Like I said, Mr. Rob's creates replicas of the real life buildings, and these are my favorite ones. There we go. Mr. Novo Wood Gas Conversion Plant. Through the process of gasification, this factory takes wood and turns it into small amounts of fuel. Not very efficient, but was often used in times of scarcity when other fuels were not available. Okay, this is something that actually I read about recently. These were used in Scandinavia especially. You can cook or steam the wood and it extracts small amounts of oil-like substance from the wood, and it can be refined to be used as a fuel. And this is one of these guys. This is one of these facilities. I read that about Scandinavia. They use that oil substance for, I think, plugging the holes in the ships in Viking times, I think, for binding the wood together and stuff like that. So, but it was based on normal kind of like dinosaur juice. So there you go. This is something that definitely fits in my gameplay. So there you go, Mr. Novo. Check out the description. Multi-rail gas station by Mr. Almensky. Multi-rail gas station. This mod allows you to refuel 864 trains in one station. Gas stations for your railroad system. Version 4, 6 and 8 track available. Difference in volume of stored fuel to 50, 350 and 450 respectively. Okay, so this is something that I'm looking for my gameplays. I'm using a lot of trains and all of them are diesel ones, and this would be perfect for that. One of those at least. Two-line fueling station might not be perfect, but something like 6 and 8, maybe even 4 would be definitely perfect. And you combine this with a nice little bigger storage and you have yourself long-lasting fueling station that's gonna last you for a while. Anyway, check out the description for more details and where to find this mod. Mr. Rob 074 Electronics Assembly Hall. Electronics Assembly Hall based on a real building in Lublin, Poland. Employs 200 workers, requires 3 tons of plastic, 2 tons of electrical components and 2 tons of mechanical components. Produces 6 tons of electronics per day when fully staffed. There's the description in Polish as well. Like I said, big fan. I love this mod. Find more details in description. Move on. Comrade Sky, medium oil tank, 1000 tons, and 2 tank farms, 3 times 1000 and 6 times 1000 tons. This pack contains medium-sized tank, 1000 tons, that would be the one on the right-hand side here, and if you didn't guess which one is 3000 and which one is 6000, I see description. For the small tank version, please see the collection. These tanks have a less capacity than the base game tanks, but are taller and therefore conserve space, especially when they need to store multiple liquids in the same time. The efficiency of scale means that they cost roughly the same per ton of liquid. Remember that the base of the stairs is the nearest to the cargo station. This is the front of the farm, and and it is the side with the text highest throughput. All of my work is CC by NC or better, so feel free to use it in your own project. Okay, right. So this is something for us oil enthusiasts or fuel enthusiasts. This is something that I love and I'm going to be using a lot. This is a new system, at least for me, it's a new system of modding where every individual tank actually has its own capacity, so you can decide how many of them do you want to be for fuel, for oil, or for bitumen, for example. You can always make something like this. So you can build one of these tank farms, but designate each tank to have a different liquid inside it. For me, this is amazing. I really love this, and I really appreciate hard work Mr. Sky, Comrade Sky, did on this one. Description for more details. And the final one, the map. Mr. Mitchman, Crimea map with cities. Crimea map with cities. Further development of the Crimea map empty. There's a link to that. 4 customs, 2 from Ukraine, dollar used. 2 from Russia, beyond the Kerch Strait, ruble used. The map is rotated diagonally for more land. The map is rotated so that the ruble zone borders the east of the Crimea and the dollar zone to the west of Crimea. Fossils according to geography. Crimea, a lot of stone, iron ore, and little oil. No source of coal, you'll need more, buy. If you need more, you need to buy. 2 sources of clay, bauxite. There is no nuclear fuel, but if you are going to buy nuclear power plant, buy it if you're buying nuclear power plant. Okay, so that's kind of limiting for us, which is perfect because you can always import uranium ore and process it yourself if you wish. You can see my videos on import-based economies where you can import things like oil, process them and export and still turn a lot of profit. Okay, Sevastopol. So cities are scaled with the real cities, more or less like how they would be scaled population-wise. Sevastopol 2,469, Simferopol, Kerch, Evpatoria, I'm sorry, I don't know all of these cities, Yalta, Feodysia, and so on and so on. The last Soviet with 65 inhabitants are on this map. Why is it controversial? I'm not gonna go into detail. If you don't know, you don't need to know. But anyway, we have Crimea. We have Crimea Peninsula over here. By the way, fun fact, let me just see if I can find this. It should be on this side, the Kerch Strait. Over here, so you have a border with the Soviet Union, and it's across the strait. And guess what? If you want to start exporting towards Soviet Union, you will have to build a bridge, like in real life. So there you go, Simferopol, Sevastopol, and the Crimea. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Oh, right, no. I want to show you this with the resources. Right, you have only 1 coal resources near Sevastopol all the way in the top here. Iron, there's some iron. Oil, a little bit of oil. This big blob here is going to give you a little bit more oil than the rest of them. But you have some oil. Uranium, no uranium, and iron can be found, sorry, bauxite can be found near the coal reserves near Simferopol and Sevastopol. Right, okay, I think that's it. This is gonna be interesting map to play, definitely. Right, if you like this video, like. If you didn't, nasty comment section, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.